friends, it's Allison. Welcome back to AJ's Inspired Life. Welcome if you're new. I don't know what I want to do today, tonight. It's actually nighttime. It is actually Sunday night, and I should be getting ready for bed. But I wanted to come down here and spend a little bit more time. So, not too sure, literally not too sure what I want to do. Because I'm torn between two things. I'm just picking up my numbers here real quickly. I want to make some clusters, and I want to get out my Halloween things. And I know I can't do both. Excuse me. I think we should make some clusters first and get them in the cluster bucket. Then I can get out my Halloween stuff and we can make some Halloween clusters. If I get out my Halloween stuff first, it will be hard to put it all away because it's Halloween month, right? That's my thought on it. Okay. Let's do that. Let's play a little bit. I have a basket here. I did already film a video of my existing clusters, if you will. And that was my intent when I made the challenge item to put on my list, is to use that bucket of clusters, to use, what I already have. However, this month is super fun, and I want to make some that are this month specific, if you will. So I did go through last year's Halloween journal challenge. And there's a brand new one up already this month, which I'm getting ready to do. But I ripped out some of the pages, and I have some other pages here from my September journal. And I think these are ready to be clusters. So I think these are kind of this month's clusters. This is just woven paper that I did put contact paper over, so we could play with that. This is stuff I cleaned, well, maybe with the exception of these two things. These are things I cleaned off the desk when we got ready for this month. So they're not like October themed necessarily, but like completely ready, right? So I think what my head is telling me, well, let's do this. Let's do a quick clean off the desk, because I got out all the clusters and I already put some in my journal. And so I think these need to go back in the cluster bucket for now. They don't all need to be out on my desk. Okay, this one I want to use, this one, and I thought I was going to maybe use some of these. This one for sure I want to use. You make my heart smile. Oh my goodness. The hardest part for me, and that's why I have it as an item, a challenge item, is remembering that I have them, right? Or remembering. So like this one isn't finished, as an example. But I'm not too sure like if I want to finish it, right? I don't know, because one of the things we could do is, I don't want to put words on all of them. Like this one says be happy. I don't know what's going on with this one. The words go this way and the heart goes this way, and I can't quite figure out why. Like one of these has to be moved, obviously, and I think it's the heart, unless this is a sticker. Maybe it's a sticker. If not, it's coming off and going back on. No, it's not. Okay. I guess I don't want to finish these, like put words on them and stuff, if I may not use them. Like I want something on the page that makes sense, right? So, okay, the little heart goes that way. Let's put the word on this way, since that word was already on there. Okay, so these are going to go back in the bucket. And then that one's kind of fun. This one's kind of fun. And then we'll play this one and this one. This one and this one I wanted to do something with for the actual challenge thing. Oh, this one I wanted to use. Okay. All right, I feel like I'm making more of a mess. Okay, these things I had kind of clustered together. These I'm going to put back in the bucket. Okay, so when I make clusters, well, I think there's kind of a couple ways to do clusters. You can make them ahead of time and kind of batch them, if you will. That may or may not be the right term, but I think you know what I mean. Make a bunch at the same time of kind of the same thing, if that makes sense. Or I kind of tend to make them just as pieces come up, normally as I clean off my desk. I have to pick all those pieces out to get this thing to look the way it's supposed to look. I rarely make them like for a certain page, if that makes sense. So I got out a bunch of things. I'm surrounded by amazing things around me. But see, this thing is bothering me, this little caterpillar. But it says, when I grow up, I want to be a butterfly. So it makes sense. But I hate that he's pink. I might try to color him orange. But I'm going to put him back in the bucket right now because he is not my worry right now. This I actually like. I may take the 5 off and like put a word. I like the rain. I mean, they're just going to go back in the bucket and we will know they're there. Okay. That's the challenge. I already put a bunch on my pages and the challenge now is to remember to pull from the bucket. Yeah. Okay. So all around me to my left, I have punches and ribbon. I have buttons. I have baker's twine. We certainly have word stickers down here. I got out my tabs. Yeah. So I thought it would be fun to maybe try and make some clusters. I guess these can go back in the thing. Like I wanted to use them. I think this goes with this pile. I wanted to use them, but like I don't know what page right now. So what's in this bucket to play with? Okay, we saved all of this. So this is like this. These were in Happy Mail. And again, the definition of a cluster, I don't even know the specifics. Like it's a gathering of like items to make a bigger item, or it's a gathering of not like items to make one item, or so. It could be both, I guess. I don't know. In terms of journaling, I think anytime I combine like 3 or more items, I feel like it's a cluster. But that's just me. I could be completely wrong. Okay. So I think first of all, we have some pieces that we could just play with like in this bucket. So like here is this piece. This was a page, obviously, that I ripped out, but like this seems to kind of go with it. I think that could work. We could put a tab on it. I'll get out my tabs and we'll spread them out a little bit. Oh, this also has some punches in it. See, like this could, or we could put it like that maybe. That's kind of fun. We could also put it down here. That's kind of fun. I actually like that. Let's do that. I guess this glue. I put the pin right in the middle of my desk if anyone watches me lose it. All right, let's just, and I think sometimes for me, just trying things, it's not something to think too much about, I guess. I'm trying to see if there's a different orientation. For whatever reason, I want to kind of do this, but I mean, I guess that works. This is a chipboard. It was a chipboard sticker. I ripped it off of an old page. I'm going to take off another layer of this end. I already ripped it off this. This is very, very thin and this is not, but we will, it's okay. We'll glue it on like this. And then we'll have a cluster. And again, we can always add to it. I think kind of like that. What I don't have out is like my printables. I mean, they're in the drawer behind me, but printables would be fun on here. So I like that. I will put a word here, obviously, and then, you know, maybe a button or something up here. My buttons that I got out, I have my paper buttons here in front of me that I always have that we made a while ago, but they're kind of not this coloring. Like there's a blue, that's too much. I actually don't like, that's kind of 4 items, right? That's why my eye doesn't like that. We're going to leave it at 3, even if I change the color. Now I could cover up, this arrow is a sticker I put on there. We could, you know, cover that up and do something like that. I actually think it's okay for now. I'm going to leave it like now. Okay. We kind of have these 3 items over here and this strip of paper here, some stamping down here. I'm going to leave it for now. I'm going to put it in the bucket. Okay. These are the buttons, or some of the buttons I have that I got out. I have some blue ones, and then I have a random bag of like brown. These are real buttons. Well, yeah. And then I have this really fun bag of wooden buttons that I thought would be really fun for some of the clusters. And I'm not even too sure where my other buttons are. But anyway, that's what I have out there. Okay. This one I'm not, I guess we'll pin this glue. I think I'm going to leave this right now. This is like scrapbook paper, and I put the sticker on it, and I put this sticker on it. I think I'm going to leave it for now. This came in Happy Mail. And it's already a cluster. Like it already has this piece, paper, and a stamp and thread. Like it's super cute. I am just curious if I wanted to add something else to it. We could add like a tab rather. That's kind of fun. That kind of goes with the coloring. A button would also be fun on here. I did put these 2 in there that I ripped off of other things that came in a package thing I got. This was like extra. These are a lot for me. 1, they're super thick because they're like actual buttons and hot glued together, 4 layers. And 2, they're like not really the colors I'm looking at right now. Although like obviously right in front of me is like this pink flower we could do, but it's just a lot for me. So I tossed those in there, but here's a pink flower. We could do a button on that one. This one's a fun button. Although I would want to put twine in it, right? We'd want to thread that because it's kind of big. Here's like an orange button. I was trying to see what colors I had. I absolutely love these paper buttons. I want to make some more. I had a whole bunch. We made a whole sheet in it, and now I actually want to save that one for Halloween. I don't know. That color's kind of weird. Yeah. I'm liking the tab. I'm not too sure how many times I'm going to undo this glue. Or let's put the tab on there. And stick it up just a little bit. And then I did just reach for those buttons. We could put, if we are still liking a button, I have the regular buttons, like I said, but then I also have these wooden ones that do seem kind of fun, but I'm wanting to thread them, and I don't want to right now. How about that? But we could, I still want to thread it. I also think that I might want to get out my glue gun for some of these. Like That I don't, do you see the back of that button? How it sits flat, but it goes through that way? It's going to be very difficult to adhere on here. Maybe a glue dot would do the trick. Look at this fun one. Oh my gosh. That's like too big for, it looks like the top to a mushroom. Look at that. That is crazy. This little guy. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to leave it for now. We'll come back. We'll do another pass at some point. All right, let's see what else we can do. This one, these three were kind of, I think, so this is actually like, these are already collaged, right? This was like a masterboard that we cut up into buttons, if you will. So we're going to get lots of texture on those. Okay, so here's a little piece of pink paper that could go with that. We could put some extra green behind it. It doesn't quite go, but I mean, it does, but it doesn't, right? We could kind of do it that way. Do we like that? This guy is ripped because when I ripped him out of the book, I'm going to mend him a little bit so he'll be a little bit stronger there. And then we'll just put some glue here and plop him down somewhere. I kind of like him square as opposed to the butterfly. I don't know, what do you think? Let's do that. And I guess I'll zoom you guys in just a little bit. You obviously can always zoom in as well. I'm wanting to use this leaf, so this seems like a logical thing to do it on. I also was considering this guy. This poor butterfly sticker, when I took out my trash, he was on the floor by the trash, you know, because I keep it under my desk, and he's picked up all sorts of goodness on the carpet down there. But I mean, I don't know. Like, this is okay just by itself. We could add some stickles or something on here. We could add like a fun button in the middle. I'm going to want to thread these. I can just tell you. We also have a blue one. That we could use. I like the contrast. I like the yellow in the middle, so that kind of looks plain, you know. The pink is a little, or the contrasting colors in that. I don't know. I mean, I kind of like it the way it is. I was just kind of seeing if we wanted to add something. Here's like a actual flower button. I like that one. That one has more color than that. I'm going to have to think about that. This is not wooing me. I mean, I kind of like it, but I'm feeling it's a little push, so I'm not going to do that right now. I don't know. Okay, I feel like I'm going to hold on to this and give it another pass. I want to cut out some papers, and I don't have any right here, maybe. Whoops, whoops, whoops. That will make that. Oh, what do I have? I have some green from, I wanted to use the paper. I have a drawer of scraps. We don't have to pull just from this, but we could tuck this in here. I actually kind of like that. I like this design right here. So I'm going to cut it. It's a little too thick. Wide, I guess. Too wide. And I only want maybe that much. So let's see if we can squish it in there. Oh, it's still too long. Well, it could be the extra long piece. That's okay. That's actually okay. All right. That will do. Yeah, I'm thinking some stickles on some of these might be kind of fun too. And then I'll put some sort of word on it. We can always add a tab. I actually like that. So we'll do that. Are they the same color? This one's darker, right? We'll do this one. Okay. Yeah, so that's kind of fun. And we might come back and do some stickles on the wings or in the middle here. And then we could put a word, something like that. That's kind of fun. All right, that one's done. All right, what else do we have to play with? Let's see, there's this little piece. Well, let's work with this little guy. This button I'm saving because I know he's going to go on the Halloween ones. But this is the existing piece, the way it came. It goes like this. These butterflies are oriented this way. I guess I have this button out. We might as well use that one. Sure, why not? I'm going to put a good dose of glue right there. It's coming up right through those holes in the middle. That's okay. I'm not in love with it, but I have to acknowledge, like, these are not my colors, so maybe I would like it. Let's see. Maybe I would like it if we gave it another shape, or let's see what my choices in paper are. I don't have too much. I don't think I have a blue. I mean, again, we certainly could get out. We have a green. Does the green look? It pulls this green right here, maybe. I have this blue. That's like way too much. I guess I could get out paper from my drawer. I wasn't going to do that. Oh my gosh, I have these were supposed to be filed into the colored glue box and they got put right here. Well, what do we think? I was just thinking that maybe a little more of a background on it would make me happy. And we kind of have this. It's not quite right. We have this screen. Is that any better? I actually like this screen better. I'm not too sure, but I do feel like it needs to be grounded a little bit. So let's try it. I'm also conscious that this piece of paper already has a white border on it that we don't need. So, but sometimes I like, all the notebook borders and stuff I really like. Yeah, let's at least give it something to sit on because it's just kind of floating. Let's do that. The other, this glue, I tell you, I think I'll just get out my Elmer's here in a minute. It's not quite as fussy. The other thing I'm wondering with this one, well, we do have the pink butterfly, which I still am having a hard time with. We have this leaf still, which we could kind of add in. That's interesting because these leaves, you know, down here. So I'm curious if we want to, do we like that? Maybe we like that. Let's try that. So this, I just have doilies in a big plastic folder, obviously. I have some giant ones. I have a few that I've already painted. You can see in here, I have a few different colored ones, but for the most part, they're just white and all different sizes. Oops, and crumpled. And I get them at like, obviously all sorts of different places, but I guess for the most part, I get them like at the thrift store. My thought was like a small little doily might be kind of fun behind that. I'm not too sure, but we can. I'm wondering if I want it as the layer in between, right? Gosh, dang that glue. It's not going to give it to me, is it? Shoot. Because behind there doesn't do any good. Dang it. I mean, worst case scenario is we cut another piece of green paper. Because the glue's doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? But I think we can... okay. I'm switching glues. This... oh, see, and no, I didn't lose the pen. Oh. My bobble broke, and so I haven't figured out a way to fix it, and now I lose my pen. All right, let's try this, because I think this might be kind of fun. Let's put that down first, and then we can put this on top. It barely gives us anything, but... and I'm really close to this edge. You can see the white of the ripped. Oh, and we have two. Yay. There's that. And then we'll put some glue on here. And I think it's all going to be just fine. Okay, so I'm messing with it a little bit. Like if I bring it down here, we get more up here. If I bring it up, we get this little tail down here. But I think I'm going to drop this corner down to right there. All right, this is a big cluster. Well, I don't know. I mean, there's not a size, right? But it's, you know, the size of my hand, obviously. And we could still add more if we wanted to. I'm having a hard time with this pink butterfly, if you can't tell. I think we're done with this one. So that's not too bad. I like it more. It's grounded. It can, you know, go, I guess, a couple ways. To me, it's oriented like this. So we'll put that one in the bucket. All right. Okay, what else? Let's see what else we can find. Here's this little one. I wanted to use this, but I think we'll do that with like Halloween stuff. Halloween, 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 Halloween. Here's this little tiny guy. I thought this was fun. We might do something Halloween with that. So this one's fun. Let's work with this one for just a second, because then I think, well, we have two maybe. I feel like this is green, but I feel like it could be used like with the fall colors maybe, but we'll see. So part of this I had kind of with this. I have these three. I have this. Uh-oh, that's not what I thought it was. Shoot. Where's my little word I'm missing? Oh, geez. I'm missing my prompt for the month. Oh, there it is. Nice. Clusters. Okay. So my idea was I kind of liked this, some of these. This was like just a little, obviously, journal card, and it's tiny. So I didn't know if maybe we would kind of be able to combine it with one of these even. I mean, it could just be a background, kind of like that. That one's kind of fun, actually. But I really wanted to like have this on a cluster, right? This is my prompt for the item of the month that I chose. And every month I include them on the front of my journal. So I thought maybe one of these would work, you know, kind of like that. That's kind of fun. It says like imagine clusters. I think I'll cut this edge off, and I don't have any room to like really flag it. Like these are, you know, it's gonna overlap like that. I don't know. I'm not liking those together. I do like this one with this. I guess we would just kind of layer it like that. I don't want to center it. I do like it. Guess we'll try that. And we'll just lay it down. Okay. Still not too sure about this one, but again, we could give it one more layer if that does anything, or even I need some black is what I need, right? Or something more. I want it to go in the front of my journal, and that piece of paper is really busy. There's just some gray painted paper we could put it on. We do have this piece, and we have this piece to work with, I guess. I'm tempted to, let's take that off. I mean, paper clips are fun too. That could be a fun part of a cluster. This says believe in yourself. I'm wondering if the green is kind of fun. Not in love with that. I guess it's actually like a fun cluster like it is. I don't know why it's bothering me. Let's try it maybe. Because this one I do know where I want, right? And so it's kind of going to go like down here. So it would look better on a background, right? It would stand out more kind of on a background. I guess I'd really like another piece of black. I normally put them over here like on an envelope. We could still do that. But I maybe wasn't going to put an envelope on this because it's just so fun. So my idea was to maybe put it down here, but it doesn't quite stand out the way I want it to. So that's my thought, is to give it another layer. And I think it needs to be a solid. Yeah. So, oh, I wonder if this one's solid enough. Yeah, I really don't like that actually on the black. That's interesting. All right, I'm going to let it sit for a little bit. That's the idea though, is to put it in here. And and I don't think that's what I was starting with this one, right? I think I want it to go down here at this bottom. So it's something like that. I guess we could do that way. Oh, I don't know. Okay, these are all going in here like this for now because I can't make life decisions on that right now. That's Stalin. Okay, so that being said, on this one, we probably are not going to use. So I don't know. I mean, I kind of like the little pieces. I just don't, I feel like they need to be grounded a little bit, and I don't know why. Not on that. I do not know. Let's try, I feel like I have to get out different paper in order to do that. Does it look okay on the gray? Do we like the gray at all? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know if I have anything big enough to hold this is the issue. I have a circle, which isn't quite big enough, but it would give it a different edge. Let's try it because I'm feeling like I want to pull something from it. So we'll just punch a circle. And then, yeah, I actually like that. So the question is, do we want a gray circle? We might as well punch some of these out. We're going to end up using them anyway. Hello? Oh, it didn't cut. Why didn't you cut? I was probably holding it a little weird. Close enough. There's a black circle. Or black with little dots maybe. That one punched. Did you hear that beautiful sound? And here it is on the white polka dot. Now I actually like the white polka dot. I know it's super busy, but I'm gonna go for it. The choice now is, do we line up these dots so they're straight, which I think is the answer because everything else is straight, or we could do it crooked, right, to make sure. I don't know. What do you think? We're going to do it straight. I'm going to cut it right in half. All right. Clusters are fun because they can literally be anything. So there's like no right or wrong. This one's actually fun. I don't know if you can see it. It has some like clear nail polish, glitter nail polish on it. Yeah. That one's fun. I actually like that one. And again, if you could put a fun paper clip on it or something else to kind of add to it if you wanted to. I don't want to mess with it too much because it's still wet, but we could, make the paper clip an actual part of the cluster. I don't think I necessarily want to do that, but all right, that's a fun one. Okay. Let's see. Here is a circle, obviously already made. What did we do here? It's one circle and a strip of paper down the middle. Obviously already a cluster. I'm wondering what else we want to add, though. I'm feeling like it needs... Again, I'm wanting to kind of ground these today. I'm not too sure why. Let's see. What do we think? We have... We have a ticket punch. We could But like even this could be the start, right, to a fun cluster. This looks like the start to a fun cluster. I'm curious if I don't know. Let's cut this. Get a starting point. What piece do we want out of this? Well, I'm going to cut it on the screen line. At some point, we just have to make a decision. All right, there's a piece. I don't know about this journaling card here. I don't know if we're going to, I don't really like it. Although it would be fine for actual journaling. I guess we could do that. For those of you new here, welcome. This is a page out of the Smash book I used for September. No. Yes, for September. No. For August. And then the pages I didn't use, I ripped out and put in a composition book for September. So that's what all of this is. There is that circle. So do we want to try and... Do you guys keep this? I know I've asked before. Do you keep this thing? Because I don't... I don't know. I understand what it's for, but I don't use it. Like I never keep my punches in here, so I don't know if I need to... Well, I certainly don't need to keep it. I just don't know if I should or want to, I guess. Okay, so we took a circle out of that, and I'm going to go ahead and take like a piece of this because it's a fun plaid color, and we'll toss this piece. Okay, so now we have a little bit more to work with there. This actually is a fun piece to start with. We have the circle. We have a little bit of a gingham, and the sticker's on the back side. Obviously, it's like a vellum sticker. We'll take that off. So this might be fun punched. It's not centered, so which is completely fine. I'm not even too sure I would have centered it anyway, but you know, something like another circle would be fun. What do we have left in our buttons? Nothing that matches, huh? This one might be fun. That one's not bad. Does the big one fit? I don't care for that. This one's not bad. We also have... Ooh, that's kind of a cool one, huh? That's a punch. That's not bad. All right. I actually like that. What else might be fun? Let's go ahead and layer those. Do we think this glue is going to work on that? Maybe. Maybe. All right. Yeah, I actually really like that. That's kind of fun. And it could certainly go this way. We could still use it as even a journaling spot. I actually really like this one a lot. You could add, you know, something else to it if that fit your journaling. Yeah. I'm going to leave it out. I like it so much because it might go with today's page. We could add that little guy on there. don't think we need that. I'm going to let it dry. I actually really like the circle. Okay, that's interesting. So here are some more squares. This side is like a country theme. We're close to straight, not, you know. Okay, this I'm thinking I want like, it's hard because the letters roll this way, right? And I don't think, yeah, if we take them off, they're going to rip the paper. I mean, that counts as a cluster, obviously, but I mean, I would add that it's a certain kind of cluster. None of these really match. We could fold a circle in half and get a fun. Okay, that's not bad. I think by breaking up the square, and this is enough. The texture or the pattern is close enough in the color to see this gingham right here and this right here. That's close enough in my eye that it's kind of coordinating. Do we want it down or do we want it? Okay, I don't like it that way. I'm tempted to put it down. Let's just do it. And this is why having some punches and stuff ahead of time is fun. It's also nice to kind of batch cluster make and get some coordinating pieces. So you have all your squares, all your cutouts, all your things, and you can layer. That's fun also. It's all fun. It's crafting. Let's see. I'm still drawn to, I guess I need to get out my other punches. That's what I keep pulling out of this box. Look at that. I'm still drawn to like a tab, but I don't want two things sticking up. This in essence is a tab. So I think we'll leave that one for now. I don't think we want to add, let's see real quick. Because I don't think I have the color that I want. Well, that's certainly not the color I want. I don't have any tea stained ones. I don't have any like yellow old. Time to dye some doilies, I guess. That's so weird. I guess I've used them. These are all white. Well, and brighter colors. No tea stained ones. Interesting. Why is that? No way. Why is that in here? That's a really bad. That's me and my daddy. My husband has a wood burner and he was practicing like photos and words and he burned that, but like, oh, what a sweet gift right now. Thank you. Okay. Love you, Daddy. That's so random that it's in the bottom of my doily packet. I couldn't even tell you when that's from. I mean, never mind. I know when the picture's from. I don't know when my husband burned that and how it got into here. I don't have a doily that I think I want to use unless we're going to tea stain one. Not tea, but, stain one right now. Let me just see if we like the idea. How about that? Because I think I need kind of this size one. And if we colored it, well, we could, That's not bad. I kind of like the change in pattern. Let's see. Where's that green paper we had? Not that one and not that one. Didn't I have a third or did I use it? None of that matches. What we need is that one's too much. Oh, but isn't that going to be amazing? Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Halloween's coming, friends. It's like all the stuff is out on my desk and we are so close. I just thought I'd mess around with this existing pile first before we got it all out. I guess I'm actually looking to pull something from that then. I thought I had another green, but I don't. Oh, I have this though. I have this. And that I actually like. Okay, let's see what our choices are that I have out. Now, if I don't want what I have out, I'm going to go get something else. So how about that? I know. I have this fun border punch, but I feel like that would just be another scallop around here. See, we have a fun scallop here and we have this book page thing here. So I don't think you're the one. I have this really elaborate one, but I also don't think that's the one because that's like too much for like this and this, right? Yeah, too much. Okay. So what I want is like half of the 6x6 square doily one. Because I think I like the round. I think I like that. Okay, let's try one of these punches. I don't know if it's going to work with this strip of paper, so I have to I guess try it with another piece of paper is my thought. None of these match what I'm doing, but like at all. And I could spend more time digging through my paper, but I don't particularly want to do that either. So I don't know. I'm going to try the black one just because I know I can use the black. Like we'll use the black for the Halloween when we do Halloween clusters. So let's do that. This punch is super fun. If you've been here a bit, you've seen me use it. It's by who? It's 6-inch mini 8 punch by We Are Memory Keepers. Okay. And I have 3 of them. They make different ones. So but even this we could use for a cluster, but we're not going to do that. Okay. You punch it 8 times. So you take your 6x6 paper, you put it into the corner and punch. Punch. Punch and punch, and then you flip the paper and you do it again. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, super fun. So, like that, I actually like the whole circle, but we're not going to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know I don't know, you guys. Can I make it work? 6 inches. This is a lot for a cluster piece, friends. This is, but we're just playing. 6 inches. Let's try that. All right. So in theory, I would clear my paper first. But again, these, you could use these for clusters. And look, we have one with the pinwheel on it. We might just have to save those just because. Okay. So in theory, we would do this corner and this corner, and then we would go all the way around, and then we'd flip it and do this corner. Come on, oochie scoochie. In this corner, right? Okay. So now we have a half circle that I don't know if I like. After all of that, I'm struggling with like this punch, and this punch out. I have a different punch. I chose this one because I thought it was the least. There's one that's like kind of fancy. I don't know. I'm struggling with this. Okay, we're going to put this aside because I can't imagine right now. But I do like this. I do think I'd like to add something else to it. So we always can add. The other thing, of course, that we could add is like a button to the middle of that circle. So something like that might look fun because it ties in kind of this color. And I'd have to tie it. I mean, I'd have to thread it, right? We also have our fun wooden buttons that I would still want to thread. They're not quite the right colors. I mean, I'm sure there might be one in here that might be fun colored. I actually kind of like this because it brings this cream. We obviously have our other brown buttons too, so we could, yeah, I actually kind of like this one. I'm going to leave it out. I will thread it without you guys. Okay, let's do that. Let's try, like, I'd like to figure, I actually am really drawn to this. I really like this one. I can see a word going here. I mean, I'm not even like really looking for stuff. I'm just pulling off my desk. So I'm also not really pulling what's in this basket that I pulled aside to work on for clusters. That doesn't make any sense, Allison. There's a fun postage stamp. That's a cool journaling spot. I ripped these out of that book, obviously. Big old tag. Oh yeah, remember we cut apart this page? I really hate both sides of that. We might just end up punching it or something. Here's some fun blue. I mean, it's not quite the same color, but it's kind of fun. It ties it in. Here's some master boards that I cut up. And, oh yeah, here's a fun page. All right. Oh, this guy needs some help. Oh, this guy can go on here, right? That's fun. Which way do we like that? There's like half like this. I don't like it that way. Um, I don't know. Let me think about that. I like that on there. All right, what are we doing here? We have a different blue. That's too bright. And I have a pieces of material we could cut out or do something with. Little mushroom guy. This came as a cluster in Happy Mail. Someone made it out of obviously leftover carton of food. So I am going to gently take this off. And that opens that up to do something more with those colors. Right? Even something more. We could put 3 kind of going down. Like that. This kind of matches the 3 things here. We could move those 3 to this side. Do we like that more? I don't have 3 of these. We could just do 1 up here in this corner. It's really just a matter of playing and like what your eye kind of sees. If you're going to do this junky kind of tag or cluster thing. Again, I'll do another video where we make a bunch. It'll be like kind of an assembly line. This is just really digging through and finding things that kind of you feel like might go together. See, like I feel like those kind of go together. We could layer. I kind of like that. Whoops. I actually like this. I'm going to glue it. And that's how I make clusters. Just if it feels right, if it's going to sit right, it's going to go together like that for me. Okay. That's really, let's see. Do I want to match up those edges though is the question. And I think the answer is no. I think I'm going to offset them like that. And we'll pop some glue behind here as well. Okay. So now, obviously you could have done a whole bright thing behind here instead of going with the black and white. You could have done colors and we could color this all in. You still could color it in, but I kind of like the black and white for now. You could drop another one down here. We could do another, a different polka dot or something else. So that one might still be growing. We'll obviously put words on last as we use them is when I usually put the words on because, again, I don't know what the page, I don't know what I wanted to say that day. This one's literally already delightful. Someone made this for me. If it was you, thank you. I don't know if I was going to try and mount this on something else. I mean, this isn't big enough, but I kind of like it. I mean, it's like actually sewn in everything. I think I'm just going to leave this guy. I don't remember why I popped him into the bucket. Like if I was going to try and add something or not, but I mean, I like him the way he is. We could certainly, add more if we wanted to. That's kind of fun and not ever the colors I would use. I mean, if we wanted to mount it or something on some color, we certainly, that would go. If we wanted to, we could even do that. I actually like that. That would give us a big thing to glue on our paper. So we'll try that. All right, now on top of that, do we also want this? Do we want to just be over the top? Y'all are probably like, Allison has lost her marbles. I actually like it. We're going to do it. I think I'm going to get out lots of punches. I'm going to punch maybe without you. All right, this, I'm going to try the fabric tack. I know I just said I don't really care for it when I used it on my fabric, but this little tag I just got from Melissa. Ooh, that's a lot of glue. Holy cow. Wow. Well, at least it'll stick. Look at this. Wow. But I really like it. Look at all the color. Okay, I'm here for that. I actually really like it. It's going in the bucket. Okay, that's exciting. Let's see if we can do one or two more, because I know I have to edit this and put it all together, and I'm not too sure what our time is. I'm really liking this. This has all sorts of things. I don't know if you can see. It has like a doily piece on it right here. It's got all sorts of mixed paper and stuff. And then they put a strip of paper right here and 3 of these little gems. It obviously had the Christmas seal thing over here. I feel like that's too big. I'm tempted with something in here, though. I keep wanting to draw these circles, but that almost blends in too much, doesn't it? Well, we know a tag could work, or a tab, rather. A tab. What do I have? I have lots already in my box. We also have a tab punch, so have no fear. We could tab whatever we want. I do not know why these circles are in here. It's so funny to me. This box literally says tabs. Oh, you know what it says? It says tabs and labels. That might have been why I popped these in here. I don't know. It's not where I would look for them. Okay, that one kind of matches if we're going to tie in colors. Let's see. Let's see if you see something that you like. You holler, okay? That red one's kind of fun. The red one's kind of fun. I like the red one a lot. Even though it has blue, we don't have a lot of blue. That side has way too much blue. I like the red one over here, actually. And it is an actual tab, so we could, you know, do that with it. I actually like that behind there, as opposed to kind of the neutral color. Oh, little apple basket. Oh yeah, there are punches in here for sure. We're sorting out stuff is what we're doing. Planner Society tabs. Punch. I like the blue, or the red. It has blue. We're going to be just fine. But I am going to not actually sandwich. And I'm just going to glue it on the back. Just like that. Yeah. Okay, I like that. What next? I do need to get out some printables. I see a few in here. And so like even a printable, you know, would be fun. Stickers would be really fun. We could put a sticker on there. See, this is the hard part with clusters because you can literally use anything. And so if you're not going to do a color palette or kind of like a like-minded items, if you will, it's for me, it could be a little overwhelming because you could literally just pull from anything, which is obviously what we're doing. Here's a red button printable. Where do you go, friend? Maybe you go with this little apple bucket, and maybe you go on this thing. What do we think about that? Does the apple bucket go on there? Maybe. I don't know, but see how I just kind of gather some items that might go together color-wise. This is what I thought might go together color-wise here, and I think it does. So, tell you what, we're going to cut that, and oh yeah, you can go right there, friend. Ooh, do you need a background though? Do you need something else? And I know I'm still over here. I'm just hopping. So that's not the right color, but if I had like a cream, would he like a little bit of something? You know, would he like a little something behind? Now that doesn't look bad. That kind of looks like a sun behind there. Let's do that. Oh, I had it for this thing, didn't I? Well, we can make another one. I wasn't in love with that. We're going to glue it on here. We're going to glue it just like that and put some glue up here for the little butterfly and stick him on there. Okay, so we have a little base there. That's fun. What was I going to do? Get out maybe some stickers for this. I mean, stickers would be fun. That's a punch. I cut out some stars, but they're orange, so those aren't going to fit. I don't think I want this piece. Like, I don't think I need this piece. I'm going to put that away for now. Okay, my eye is moving towards this thing. This and this can go together, in my opinion. I don't quite know how yet. And we might actually just overlap it differently, like kind of something like that. And I wonder if that goes on this journaling page I have, or if it's too dark. What about that? Let's do it. This little journaling page deserves to be used. It has lots of emotion on it. So let's just put down some paper. And then we'll put down this other piece of paper. And I'm trying to like get different edges on there. And then we'll put down this fun thing. This is from one of you. This was out of Happy Mail. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. And again, we could put another doily behind it. We could cut this smaller if we wanted to. I might. This corner obviously got wet. Yeah. Perfect. I'm just curious if yeah, I might still fuss with it a little bit. So we'll leave it out here. I'm wanting to do something with this and finish this. So I don't think any of these little punches work. I mean, we started with this, but again, I could put these 3 down the edge, but I don't think that's what we want to do. I don't know if that adds anything necessarily. I guess I'm... Egads. Okay, I have stickers. I also have a box, a drawer full of things that need to be used over here. So let's... I need to redo this drawer. This is my ephemera drawer. And I know we had heated discussions about what ephemera is. And I think I just have to reorganize it or do something different. It's not working. It's full. So, but all of these obviously can be used for clusters, these little bits. Little bits. It's a giant llama. And I apologize. I know you guys are in a shadow right now. Let's see if I can move it just a little bit. So I'm looking for something that kind of, again, we could even use one of these down here with a word or something fun. This is why I normally do this in front of a TV or a movie and not with you guys, because it really is time consuming, or can be. And it's also something that's really relaxing to me. But all of these things, you know, can be used. We have beautiful leaves. Oh, we have leaves. I have lots of little boxes of things. Maybe we'll get a leaf out. Oh, and here's some quotes. Oh, okay. Let's do that. Here's a quote. And I'll get out my die cuts. And we will, let's see. Why are these all upside down? I feel like they fell. Here's some fun leaves. That's really fun. Here's some more leaves. Some flowers. I'm going to have to call out sick to work tomorrow. I have to make clusters. Anyone else? Anyone else with me? Hey, gads. You guys, I did not do what I was supposed to do today. Like life stuff. I didn't want to. I'm not in the mood. Okay, let's put away all this stuff. Let's find a quote, because I feel like a quote would be fun, even though I said I wasn't going to put words on here till the end. But you are the whisper I long to hear. Music is medicine for the soul. A certain darkness is needed to see the stars. Okay, I really like that one, and I have a star punch, so I'm going to get it out because I want to use it. Sometimes fear does not subside. Read books, be kind, stay weird. For every minute you're happy. Okay, I'm actually looking for more like see this pink one? I'm not putting it on here, so I'm not even going to read it. That one color-wise works. Be easy to love, hard to break, and impossible to forget. Yes. We are our choices. Gosh, I love that one. Okay, that one's staying out. Because, like, for real. Here's a green one. You are my blue crayon, the one I never have enough of, and the one I use to color my sky. Oh, my gosh. Okay, that's sweet. Okay. Oh, I only want two things in this world. I want you and I want us. Okay. In love with that. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one's watching. Yes. Imagination is the only weapon in the war against reality. She wasn't scared of the fire. She was the fire. I actually like that one. I like the big font. Oh, okay, this one. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Let's do that. Let's do that. Or do more of what makes your soul happy. But do you see the color doesn't quite... I haven't actually heard this. I've heard the rest. Sometimes I'm the mess. Sometimes I'm the broom. On the hardest days, I have to be both. That's like sometimes I'm the bug, right? I detest the man who hides one thing in the depths of his heart and speaks forth another. That's very deep right now. The mind like hers. Well, let's see here. Okay. Let's be done. Let's do logic. I like the logic. Let's put those away. And then I'm wondering if one of these flowers would be fun. We're not going to do these. Some of these leaves might be better sized. I'm not going to use these leaves. So I'll put all of those away. Although I'm just going to get them out to play with, so I'll leave them right here. These are my favorite, but kind of a pain right now and not... let's see. I think that we want one of these or a couple of these. But again, kind of hard to... But see, like this yellow one's really pretty. And we could just layer them in like that. For everyone, I am super clear that this is super crooked. And for the record, I did not glue this. So there's nothing I can do. Everything we do is going to add to like the awareness that it's crooked. I understand the problem. I do. However, maybe yellow is not the color because it's too similar. Here's a little orange leaf. That's really pretty. There's green. What do I want to do with this? I want to... Do I? No, I don't. I want to do this. Okay. We won't use those. Okay. Let's find something that goes with this and be done for the night. I do still like this yellow one here. I just thought it was like too big. I mean, we're obviously going to cut it, but it would look something like that. I mean, it's big enough that we can... Okay. We're going to do it. Okay, this one's kind of dark, so we would get a little bit darker color. Let's cut this down. It would look something more like that. All right, I'm going to cut this little piece because that's bothering me. We could do that, and then we could actually layer... I don't think we want the black, right? No, we want this one, and we don't have to use them all. We could layer that one in there like that. What do you think? I say let's try it. Except I can't get my glue out. You guys, do you ever go to bed and wake up with like a sticker in your bed? Just me? Okay. I think sometimes I don't even know. I don't know how. But they're stuck on me somewhere. Sometimes I've had them in my hair or a piece of tape or something. My husband's like, what is that? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, oh, it's a piece of tape or a sticker or a little tiny thing. I just pulled two things off my sweatshirt that were stuck on me. All right, I'm going to do that. And I think I'm trying to decide if I want to leave this stem kind of over here or if we want to cover it. And I think I almost want to leave it. So I'm going to, I wonder if these are stickers. I don't think they are. Holy cow, they're stickers. Get out of town. That's amazing. All right, let's glue this guy on here, and then we're going to have to pull up some of these real fast. I think I want it kind of like that. Do we want to add another one or no? Let's see. And do you see what I'm saying? I think I want to offset this instead of trying to like mount it in this corner. I do think I'm going to bring it over here a little bit. And then this guy, we'll go ahead and add a third layer. Just like that. Oh, I actually really like that one. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Pretty cool. If I wanted to, could have edged this a little bit to match this edging. I don't know if you can see that it's edged with a little bit of orange right here. So we could edge that a little bit. I like the red tag. I think it pulls a little bit, and that's a fun little cluster. So there you go. We're going to end it there, friends. Thanks for hanging out. This is just a fun playtime with clusters. It's like I said, I normally just do this in front of the TV or, you know, a movie and just kind of play. And I think your imagination can kind of wander a little bit more if I'm not trying to walk myself through it consciously and with you guys. So thanks for hanging out. Let me know what you think. How are your clusters coming? Are you playing along? How do you make clusters? I would love to hear it. So can't wait to see them. Let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you guys being here, and I will catch you in the next video. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you find something today that inspires you. Take care.